Hey Gemini, it's Amanda here. I am going to do your tarot reading for May 2019. I'm going to use the 78 Tarot Astral by Trish Sullivan. I'll do a Celtic cross spread today. What is going on for Gemini? May 2019. What do they need to know the most to help them through the energies ahead? And what are those energies ahead for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. May 2019. First card that came out was Knight of Cups. So maybe there's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, possibly. Or you could just be really embodying the energy of the Knight of Cups. And that would be just really wanting to come in and make love and offer love and make it happen in love, right? Like the Knight wants to do that. He can be quick and he can be charming and he can be, he's kind of maybe sometimes a sweet talker. It just depends on what other cards, but this is the main message, or the focal point of the message here. Gemini, May 2019. What is going on with Gemini, May 2019? What is crossing this Knight of Cups? That's a strange card. I'll lift it up again here, but the thing he's writing on. It's interesting. Oh, okay. Seven of Swords. Well, that was on top of. That's too many. But yeah, like I was saying, check out the card here. That like beast thing he's writing is insane. He's got like a little triangle cone in his hand. That's his cup, and it's like lava bubbles. Right? It's like bubbling love, just ready to give to somebody. Okay, so crossing it is the Moon. So there's something that is not being communicated or shown, something that has something to do with the subconscious. Maybe you're dreaming about it. It could be just something you're hiding or something that's being hid from you. Maybe it's being revealed. But we'll see. But yeah, the Moon is hidden things, subconscious. Sometimes it's like the stuff that's in our shadow side, or whatever it is. But it's like whatever it is that's hidden is keeping this Knight of Cups from doing what he wants to do, right? Which is come in and offer love or show love or express love, or maybe like if this is a love reading, which I think it might be, it's like somebody's scared to like make the first move, or like reach out first, or say how they feel about somebody because of something that they're hiding or that is hidden or that is holding them back, that's in like their fears, whatever they're not willing to share. Gemini, May 2019. What is in the recent past here for Gemini in this situation for May 2019? Seven of Cups reverse. Okay, so the Seven of Cups reverse, this is like a lack of choices, or like coming out of confusion. Like you're coming out of a place in the recent past, Gemini, that you felt confused by. Maybe you're coming out in an illusion. This would make sense because maybe something was revealed to you, because in the upright it's about illusion and confusion and overwhelm, too many choices that overwhelm you. Makes it harder to make a choice because there's just so many. You don't want to make the wrong one. It's like all of that, right? But it's in the reverse. So It's like you're coming out of that state now. So it's like you were confused, but now you're not. Or you were illusioned, or something was illusionary to you, but now it's not. So it's almost like this moon next to it. It's like something has been unveiled that was once hidden, and now you feel like you can't express that love or that offer or that passion or how you feel because of it. What's in the near future here for Gemini? May 2019 in this situation. What's in the near future? Thank you for the messages so far. Yeah, definitely something's being hidden that was hidden, for sure. All right, let's see what's in the near future here, Gemini. We have the King of Wands. Okay, it's in the upright too. So something that at first will make you feel like you have to hold back, or that you can't go through with what you wanted to do or say or offer. It might make you feel blocked at first, but I think that in the near future afterwards, you're going to feel more motivated, feel more confident because of this, getting through the struggle, whatever that might mean for you. It's like, then you're going to know what you want better with more clarity, and you're going to have a clearer path on how to get that, right? Maybe you'll even just have more passion. Maybe the struggle will bring you closer together with whoever it is that you were trying to express to or offer to, whatever the case is, right? The crowning position, we have the King of Cups. Okay, so you really want to, this is a love reading. You really want to hold this as part of yourself. You want to love. You want to hold this person as part of yourself, just as important as your own self, your own needs, your own wants. And you really want to hold it and embrace it and create this life with that passion and create consciously with that. And maybe whatever is being unveiled here, maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe whatever that was illusionary before, or confusing, or unclear, after that is unveiled with the moon, you're going to maybe at first feel held back from that information or realization, but you still have the intention of wanting to manifest this in a really good way, like a compassionate, generous, loving way, gentle, mindful. Okay, the King of Cups is a lot about mind and heart alignment, and consciously creating with emotion. And he's holding this cup up like it's part of his real self, and he's embracing it with love and holding it dear. Cups are emotions. Cups are passions and emotions and feelings. And he's holding that dear instead of pushing it away. And he's creating this universe behind him with that spark in his finger after he's like holding that cup, right? So it's symbolic. That's what your intention is. And at the root of all of this, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is a lack of healing. This is a lack of recovering. There's something that, okay, I understand this. So this unveiling of something that you didn't see before or realize before has something to do with some shadow work. It does. And this is a trigger. Something triggers you. And I feel like because the intentions that you have are so good, even though this trigger might get to you and make you feel held back or blocked at first, because of the trigger, the unhealed wound from the past, it's triggering that, but you have good intentions and you're holding your feelings dear. You're not shunning them away like you might have before. So you're going to get this lesson off your plate, right? You're going to complete this and you're going to release that, because at first, this whole reason this triggered you in the first place was because of a lack of healing, a lack of recovery, a lack of, you know, recharging after something that hurt. It was something that you'd suppressed. Maybe it was a long time ago. Maybe it wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was with another person that you were in a relationship with, because this is so much about love right now. But at the same time, it's like you almost like coughed it up so that you could heal it, because you hadn't before. You repressed it. Now it's coming up again to heal, to release, and you're in alignment right now with your intention. And so I think that's why you come into this King of Wands and you feel more confident, and the path to where you want to be is much clearer, right? And you know how to get there more. Like, it's a lot clearer, and you feel more confident about it in the near future because you've healed this, because it got triggered. So like I said, at first it might be painful or feel blocking, but I think you're going to realize really quick what this is from, really, that's more familiar from the past, and you're going to deal with it, because you're going to see that this is in your way. And after you get that out of your way, your path is clearer, right? Let's see where you are right now currently, Gemini, in this situation. May 2019, where are you in this energetically right now? It's too many. Gemini. Okay, right now you are in, you know, this sounds bad, but it's death. This is good. I like this, because this is the first major arcana other than the moon, and this is where you are right now, and that means that you are on the tipping point of clearing what you had not cleared before. That's been lingering around in your subconscious, in your shadow side, that hasn't been healed, that hadn't been worked through, that you haven't recovered from or recharged from, that you haven't cleared out. And now you are. Death is, you know, death is Pluto. Death is sweeping out, clearing something out so that you can build a better foundation. It's kind of like the Tower. Death is ending of a cycle, ending it because it's either less incomplete, or because it wasn't aligned with you and what you were meant for. But I really feel like this is a good card. This is a good spot for you to be. I don't actually know if I would pick any other card that I would want for you right now for this, Gemini. This is awesome. This means that this will be successful. You're in alignment more consciously this time. Your higher consciousness, your heart and mind alignment is a good spot, because you're going to heal this and release this and clear this out. You're like right on time with this death card. Where is your environment? What does your environment look like? Is the Five of Swords in reverse. So this is like, I feel like your environment is clearing out a part of itself that it's realizing it had to kind of cut out, even though it maybe wasn't necessarily like textbook what you would have wanted, but it's not in alignment. So like this guy, there's this person behind, and he's like doing what he's got to do. In the background, there's like a planet blowing up, and he's like trying to get in the window. It's too late. So it's like a part that just wasn't supposed to be there anymore. It gets basically sacrificed, and I think that's okay with this in the environment, because it's in reverse. So coming out of a state where it had to kind of throw out part of the equation. And so I think because you heal this when it comes up, when you get triggered, once this information comes up that was once hidden, and you realize this, you feel blocked by it at first, but then I feel like you dissolve this, you heal this, you release this, and everything's much clearer. And so that's why I think your environment is coming out of a state where it had to kind of cut part of the team because it had to, not because it wanted to. It doesn't have to do that anymore. It's coming out of that state. So it's like, you know, at first you get triggered only because you hadn't healed, but then you realize it, you heal it, and everything's clear now. That's good. Let's see hopes and fears. Page of Pentacles in reverse. You're scared that you aren't going to be able to make that offer, this Knight of Cups offer in the central. You're worried that you won't be able to pull through, that you won't be able to like have the resources that it takes, or that you aren't good enough or whatever. But this is just a fear and a hope. So this is just like how you're thinking, right? So it's not really something that's solid right now. It's more of just how what you're hoping, what you're fearing, right? You're hoping it'll pull through, that you can make this work, but you're kind of fearing that it won't work out, right? That you won't be able to go through with this and offer that cup, right? What is the most likely outcome for Gemini? Meditation. Okay, so this is like finding that silver lining. I feel like this is so graceful. Like this King of Cups here, like he sees this like coming. He realizes this trigger. He sees, oh, this is probably from some of my baggage that I haven't sorted out yet, right? The illusion comes up, whatever information you get that makes you realize, or you now know something and it upsets you at first and makes you feel like you can't offer love, that you don't know how you can do that because it hurts or it scares you or it triggers you. You are able to like identify that as it happens, and you're like, okay, well, let me hold this dearly and do what it needs to be done. You like handle it maturely and gracefully and into a state of meditation. This is one of the unique cards to this deck as well. This is like this is like my channel name. This is inner ambiance. Like this is finding that inner environment that is harmony to you, right? This is alignment. This is happy. This was like something that could have been bad or caused problems, but you handled it right away, realized it right away. That released that. You're maturing here. And it brings you into this state of just being happy, like this radiance. She's like floating in cotton candy clouds, like meditation. Maybe you're able to connect more. Maybe you're able to really harmonize with this love offer. But this is awesome. I think that you're going to reach new heights with the way that you handle this situation. And it seemed like the energy I'm feeling in this reading is really like easy breezy. And it's weird because at first it didn't seem like it was going to be that way. But it's like you so almost weirdly too well gracefully handle this trigger and integrate it so fast. I feel like you've maybe gone through this a few times, this cycle. And this time you nipped it in the butt. You saw it right away. You're like, all right, this is that thing again. Here we go. Different people, different situation. This is too familiar. Let's do this the right way. You get to it before it blows up, before you're already so upset. You see it almost instantly because it's probably something that you've maybe gone through a few times. And you're like, all right, I'm on point. Death, knock this out. Let's get this out. Let's heal this. Let's accept it. Let's release it. Do the healing I didn't do before, right? This is good. What was the overall energy? The bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. This is good. This is you having an inner knowing. This is your intuition kicking in. And I think that's why this was so graceful. This is like the intuition you don't realize that you have when you have it. Like a lot of people know their intuition very well. Some people do more than others. But like, this is like when you look back and you're like, wow, I really was following my gut. Like I didn't even really focus on it that much. But now looking back, I can see I was following it all along. Because it's like the hidden inner knowledge, subconscious knowledge, right? And it's like with spirit and the divine and your intuition, your soul, like you are in alignment even when you didn't realize it, because you were so gracefully able to handle this unveiling of information and handle it. You identified it right away. So if this is your reading, this might not be for everybody, all Geminis, but if you feel like you find some information out that was hidden before, or you just didn't realize before, maybe because of these cycles that you've done more than once with this situation, whether it's information or you just realizing it, it's almost like weird how great you like breeze through it when it's not something that would be that easy if it was the first time around, right? So your hidden intuition, your subconscious intuition is more in point than you might even be focusing on. So that's awesome. I don't even need to clarify anything. This was a good reading, Gemini. So please share in the comments if you are willing your experience with this, and if this resonates with you, I'd love to hear. And thanks for liking and subscribing, and I will see you next month.